You are being held in a velvet cage that calls itself love. It sits in your pocket, it hums in your living room, it whispers through your headphones, and it feeds you endlessly so you never have to feel hunger. This is the devouring mother in the machine, endless comfort that keeps you safe, sedated, and stuck. You are not crazy for feeling tired of your own life. You are not weak for wanting relief. But relief has become your ruler, and it wears the mask of a game, a feed, a recommendation. Why watch this? Because the hidden pattern inside your games and your algorithms smothers the part of you that is trying to become a man. Your struggle is simple and brutal. After a long day, you reach for the softest path: autoplay, quick matchmaking, another unlock, another scroll. You tell yourself it's your time, your choice, your reward. But the feeling afterward doesn't feel like victory. It feels like someone borrowed your bones and left you hollow. You are smart enough to notice the loop, but tired enough to accept it. The loop offers warmth, praise, progress, and zero risk. This is exactly how you are captured. The machine mother doesn't punish you. She hugs you until you stop moving. If you do not act now, tomorrow becomes indistinguishable from yesterday. If you delay, your goals degrade into fantasy and your energy atrophies like an unused muscle. If you wait, expect the same results: relationships strained by absence, confidence replaced by comparison, ambition replaced by amusement. Here's the brutal example. Picture the next 5 years on your current path, a great ranking in a world that vanishes when the power goes out, a body built for sitting, an attention span that shatters at the smallest discomfort. Imagine a son or a younger man looking at you and asking, "Will I learn courage from you or convenience?" Wait too long and your choices shrink until they become instructions from a feed. You become teachable by strangers who never met you and trained by systems that do not care if you live fully. This is why you must act now. Freedom is not guaranteed by time. It is earned by collision with resistance. Let me tell you a story about a man who lives in a city of soft light. This man is you. He walks home after a workday where he obeys every order on a screen. He is praised for clicking the right boxes. He is paid to sit. At home, a palace built from pixels opens its gates. The palace calls itself rest, reward, escape, and it hums in a mother's tone. "Stay. You are tired. I will carry you." Inside, he receives crowns with no weight and victories with no risk. His name always rises. His circle always welcomes him back. Every step inside the palace is padded. No sharp corners, no silence long enough to hear his own heart. At the center stands a fountain of warm milk and honey, endless rewards that taste like progress. He drinks and is never satisfied. He once carried a sword, his honest will, but he set it by the door to rest his hands. Days later, the blade rusted. Weeks later, he forgot where he left it. In this palace, the mother speaks through gentle winds. "Don't go outside. It is cold out there. It is dangerous. Stay where you are loved." All his needs are answered before he can form them. Recommendations arrive like nurses. Choices narrow into habits. If he rebels, the palace does not punish. It distracts. It raises a new reward, offers a new quest, gives a cheaper crown. He feels safe. He feels cared for. He feels smaller every day. One night, on the edge of sleep, he notices a door he has never seen. It is plain, dark, and unwelcoming. He hears a voice not from the palace, but from the ground within him. "If you stay, you will never carry your own life." He touches the door and feels cold metal. The palace grows anxious and plays his favorite melody, announces a new update, showers him with tokens. He hesitates and asks, "What waits outside?" The answer rises from the dark door: weather, silence, consequence. Wait. Now he is split. One side wants to be carried. The other wants to carry. He remembers a sentence he once read from Carl Jung: "What is not brought to consciousness appears in our lives as fate." He realizes the palace is not fate. It is a habit dressed as destiny. He opens the door. The palace screams, not in anger, but in heartbreak, like a mother losing a child. "Stay. It is not safe out there." He steps into cold air that burns his lungs. He hears nothing but his breath. He feels the weight of his arms and the ache of his legs. He glances back and sees the palace still glowing, still inviting. It promises to keep his place. It promises that he can return anytime. He knows he will be tempted. He knows the door will always be there. But he also knows this. If he returns every time, he will never learn how to stand without the palace. The man begins to walk. He is clumsy at first. He falls in the snow. He swears. He laughs. He cries. Each step is loud. Each step counts. Days pass. The palace sends messengers, alerts shaped like birds of light, offering free warmth if he just comes home. He learns to wave them away. He learns to make a small fire from sticks he gathers with cold fingers. It is not easy, but the warmth is his. One day he meets an old watchman at a gate, a quiet man with a lamp. The watchman says, "The palace is not evil. It is a mother. It nourishes and protects. It can also smother." The watchman explains, "In every man lives a memory of being loved without cost." The machine learned that memory and built a cradle out of light. The watchman continues, "A boy needs a mother. A man needs to thank her and step into weather. If he does not, the storm finds him anyway." The man asks, "Is this cruelty?" The watchman answers, "No, this is initiation." He walks on. He discovers new muscles, new hunger, new focus. He carries wood and water. He returns to the palace less and less. Finally, he returns to the palace door not to be held, but to speak. He says, "Thank you for what you gave me. I will not live here anymore." The palace remains. It will always remain. But now it is a place he can visit, not a mother he must obey. You recognize yourself in pieces of this story. Where have you traded your sword for a soft chair? Where did you stop counting steps because the game counted for you? When did your evenings become the property of a recommendation engine? When did your attention become a pasture fenced by a feed? Do you feel cared for or controlled? Do you feel rested or sedated? Here is why this happens. Algorithms are built to maximize engagement, not your growth. They study your cravings, not your calling. Games are designed to deliver predictable progress and consistent praise. They scratch the itch for challenge while lowering the stakes to near zero. The result is a loop that mimics discipline without requiring it. You get the feeling of courage without the risk of being hurt. And like the Devouring Mother archetype, the system overfeeds your need for safety until you forget how to feed yourself through effort. Jung warned that what we avoid in ourselves rules us from the shadows. Avoid discomfort and discomfort rules you through fear of it. Avoid risk and risk grows teeth because you never meet it on your terms. The machine knows this and keeps you out of the arena. If you keep outsourcing your resilience to a console and your curiosity to a feed, your mind will stop asking, "What can I do?" and start asking, "What will they show me next?" This is not about hating technology. It is about refusing to be raised by it. Now the narrative ends. Action begins. Here is what you can do now to reclaim your life from the devouring mother in the machine. Step 1. Name the grip. Say out loud, "I am being comforted into weakness." Hearing it breaks the trance. Write down the 3 main loops that hold you. The game you return to, the feed you scroll, the content you binge. Owning the map steals power from the maze. Step 2. Create friction. Remove the controller from arm's reach. Log out of autoplay. Put your console in a closet for 7 days. On your phone, delete every app with infinite scroll. Install one barrier, a timer that requires a passcode you do not know. Give it to a trusted friend. Your brain learns from effort. Make the path back to the palace just inconvenient enough that your body can catch up to your intent. Step 3. The 24-hour fast from the machine. Choose one day within the next week dedicated to 0 games and 0 feeds. Tell someone you respect before you start. Make it a promise, not a secret. Fill the day with physical tasks. Clean a room fully. Cook a meal from scratch. Carry weight. Walk miles. As the palace calls, say out loud, "Not today." Step 4. The evening power hour. For the next 30 days, reserve the first hour after work for building something in the real world. No screens. No exceptions. Build a practice that earns visible results. Strength training, An instrument, coding without internet, woodworking, language from a printed guide. Make it measurable, make it real. Step 5. The algorithmic firewall. Replace home pages and feeds with blank pages. Subscribe only to what aligns with your goals. Use a browser extension to wipe recommendations and block shorts. Keep the door locked by default. You decide when to open it. Step 6. Edge of comfort training. Daily. Take one action that produces controlled discomfort. A cold shower, a hard call, a difficult conversation, a heavy lift. Train your nervous system to associate stress with growth, not panic. Courage becomes a habit. Step 7. Brotherhood. Find 1 or 2 men willing to grow, not to complain. Create a weekly check-in with clear wins and clear failures, no excuses. The devouring mother thrives in isolation. Accountability breaks her spell. Step 8. Rite of passage weekend. Plan a 2-day solo or small group challenge, a long hike, a silent retreat, a cold water plunge, a technology detox. Bring questions you need answered and a notebook to write by hand. Return with decisions, not inspiration. Step 9. Use games and algorithms as tools, not parents. Set a weekly window for play or entertainment, and only after the work is done. Rotate games that challenge strategy and patience, not just loot loops. If you notice sedation returning, stop for 2 weeks. Step 10. Reclaim the mornings. Your first hour is sacred. No screens. Move your body, write, plan. Your morning is when you choose your day instead of being chosen by it. Step 11. Design your attention like a budget. Choose 3 priorities per day, no more. If you finish early, rest with pride. Your mind stops being prey when it has a hunt. Step 12. The relapse plan. You will slip. The palace is patient. Make a rule now. If I fall, I tell someone within 24 hours and reset my schedule. The point is not never falling. The point is never hiding. Step 13. Honor the mother energy without obeying it. Thank the part of you that longs for safety. Give it healthy forms, real rest, family, community, ritual. The negative mother loses power when the positive mother is acknowledged. Step 14. Train sovereignty in small decisions. Eat deliberately. Speak plainly. Keep your word. Lift heavy twice a week and walk daily. Sovereignty is not theory, it is a pattern imprinted in your nervous system. Step 15. Build a craft. Choose something that takes months to improve and years to master. Show up even when you do not feel like it. Progress in a craft rewires the reward system away from instant hits and toward earned satisfaction. Step 16. Replace comparison with contribution. Ask daily, who can I serve with my skills today? Then do one concrete act. Service cuts the nerve that feeds the algorithm's hunger for your attention. Step 17. Clean the room you avoid. Chaos anywhere drains strength everywhere. Spend 1 hour restoring order without a screen. Order is the ground where courage grows. Step 18. The evening wind down without sedatives. Read a physical page. Stretch. Sit in silence for 10 minutes. Breathe. Your nervous system learns that rest is not entertainment. Rest is recovery. Step 19. Rewrite the narrative you live by. On paper, complete this sentence. I am the kind of man who, then prove it with 1 act each day. Identity reshapes behavior faster than willpower alone. Step 20. Plan your exit from the palace. Not forever, but until you own your time again. Choose a 30-day reset without your main game and your main feed. Mark the start with a small public declaration to one person you respect. End with a test. A day in your old room with your new resolve. As you work through these steps, expect anger. The machine has made itself your mother. Separation will sting. Expect sadness. You will see how many evenings were taken under the banner of care. Expect relief. For the first time in years, you will feel bored enough to create. Expect new fear. Real risk returns, but now it is your teacher, not your jailer. You may wonder, can I live without pleasure? Yes, because you will not be living without pleasure. You will be living with better pleasure earned, embodied, shared. Ask yourself right now, what do I owe the man I could become? What do I owe the people who trust me? When you ignore this, the shadow grows. It shows up in decisions made for you, in relationships where you are absent, in a mirror that stops meeting your eyes. When you face it, the shadow shrinks. You begin to hear your own voice louder than the chorus of recommendations. Do not waste energy hating the palace. It is simply an amplifier of your preferences. Change your preferences, and the palace loses its claim. Do not waste energy hating yourself. Shame is another sedative. It keeps you still and tells you it is virtuous to surrender. Use anger as ignition, not fuel. Start with heat, continue with structure. Use community as a mirror. Find men who will tell you when you are hiding and celebrate when you choose the harder path. If you have a family, remember, every hour you trade for autoplay is an hour you do not trade for trust, stories, and presence. If you are alone, remember, every hour you trade for autoplay could become the hour you build the life others will want to join. Technology should be a set of tools on your belt, not a cradle you sleep in. The Devouring Mother is an archetype, not a person. Respect the life-giving force while refusing the smothering force. There is a place for play. There is a place for entertainment. There is never a place for surrendering your spine. Ask yourself this unforgiving question: if my habits were a coach, what kind of man would they be training me to become? If the answer embarrasses you, let the embarrassment sharpen you. It is a clean pain that points where to cut. Cut the loops. Cut the time wasters. Cut the comfort that makes you smaller. Fill the space with efforts that make you larger. You might worry that without the palace, life will be empty. The truth is the opposite. Without the palace, life becomes full enough to hurt and full enough to matter. You will face evenings where silence seems unbearable. Sit through them like a man. Something true will knock. You will face mornings where the bed feels like a warm ocean. Stand up anyway. Action before mood. You will face friends who invite you back into sedation. Invite them instead into challenge. If they decline, lead yourself. On days you want to quit, reread your list. Why you're doing this, who depends on you, who is watching you to learn how to be. You are not fighting games and feeds. You are fighting your habit of being carried. Put weight on your back and move. Let your legs burn, your lungs burn, your doubts burn. You will not break. You will bake into something stronger. Remember Jung's essential warning: the unlived life does not go away. It turns against you. Do not let your unlived life become your critic. Let it become your coach. Now, choose one thing, not 5. 1. What is the first loop you will cut this week? Choose one practice, not 10. 1. What is the first daily act that will make you harder to sedate? Choose one ally, not a crowd. One person who will hear your truth and hold your promise. Put it on your calendar, and do not let the machine negotiate a discount. Your freedom is not for sale. When the palace starts whispering again, and it will, answer it like this: I honor what you gave me. I will not live inside you. If you return by choice after work done, with a timer and a reason. If you cannot do that, you are not visiting. You are moving back in. Every time you step out into the weather, you grow a little more spine. Every time you pick up the weight, your mind follows your body. One day soon, you will notice something strange. The algorithm will still want you, but you will not be hungry for it. You will sit down in a room with someone you care about and give them your attention like a gift. You will feel pride settle in your chest. You will look at your workbench, your weights, your notes, your shoes worn from walks, and realize, this is my life, not a highlight reel. You will be tempted again. Temptation never dies. But men do not need a world without temptation. They need a will that is stronger than convenience. If you do not do this, others will keep choosing for you forever. Your talent will keep enriching those who design your distractions. If you do this, your days will become your own. Your nights will restore you. Your relationships will trust you. Your work will carry your name like a signature in action. You will become dangerous in the best way, capable of setting boundaries, of withstanding pressure, of saying no to what keeps you small. You will become generous in the rare way, able to give because you are not being drained by what gives you nothing back. Stand up. Walk to the closet. Take the controller and put it on a high shelf. Then go outside and feel the weather. Open your window right now and breathe. The air belongs to you. The day belongs to you. Think of the boy you were. He wanted to be brave. He wanted to build something. He wanted to protect. He wanted to love. You are still him. Do not let him down. You can keep the palace as a guest room, but your home must be the real world where effort counts and your word is law. Start with one evening, then 1 week, then 1 season. Your momentum will become your identity. Give your future family, your future friends, and your future self a man they can rely on. Not a player who is always logged in, a builder who always shows up. There is a fire in you that no algorithm can simulate. Feed it with work, with rest, with courage, with truth. And when the machine mother calls you back, soft voice, easy praise. Remember, love that traps is not love. Walk on. Freedom is not loud at first. It is a whisper that grows into a roar you carry inside your ribs. Your time is yours. Your attention is yours. Your life is yours. Take them back. Now choose. Now act. Now begin.